milkmaid outfit?
Silly mousies. We're not gonna dress you up. We're gonna dress me up. Come on, spit it out.
The 1990s gave some of the most unforgettable cartoon spin-offs ever. But let's be honest, some of them were huge mistakes. Some tried to make quick money from big names but ended up flopping so hard. So why did some of your favorite characters fail to maintain the same energy? Some spin-offs were so bad that they led to the downfall of some brands. Come along with us as we check out 5 forgotten cartoon spin-offs from the 90s that flopped. Stick around until the end to see the ultimate spin-off disaster, the one that tried to cram everything into a single show and failed spectacularly. Are you ready? Let's go. Starting with number 5, The Cave Kids. Let's start with a lesser-known Flintstone spin-off called The Cave Kids. This show didn't make it as big as expected. So what happened? Why did this cartoon about Pebbles and Bamm-Bamm's adventure fail to take off? Now, The Cave Kids is the toddler version of Pebbles, Flintstone, and Bamm-Bamm Rubble. They explore their prehistoric world, solve little problems, and learn about friendships and teamwork. Even so, the show struggled on TV. The Cave Kids started production September 1996, but things got messy immediately. Hanna-Barbera Cartoons Incorporated was going through significant changes. Time Warner had just sold them to Turner Broadcasting, the owners of Cartoon Network. Due to this shuffle, production slowed down and the show was delayed until May 1997. But by then, Cartoon Network was already neck deep on other hits. Shows like Johnny Bravo and Dexter's Laboratory were becoming huge favorites, and only a few people cared about Cave Kids.
So, you're General Fork's new secret weapon, eh?
A secret weapon? Me?
You sent a lot of my soldiers to see the Peacemaker.
Those cartoons were fresh and had funny storylines that grabbed kids' attention. Meanwhile, the Cave Kids felt old school and didn't get the spotlight it needed. As a result, it was canceled after 8 episodes. It's safe to say it never had a chance to grow a loyal fan base. At the same time, Hanna-Barbera shows like Two Stupid Dogs and The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest were also ending. This showed that the studio was shifting gears, so while the Cave Kids gave that nostalgic Flintstones feel, the timing wasn't right. But hey, if you love Pebbles and Bamm-Bamm, you should check out the Cave Kids. If you're enjoying this content, please hit the like and subscribe button so we can continue to bring you more content like this. Number 4, Jungle Cubs. Baloo was a fun-loving bear from the Jungle Book that we all loved. But years before that, he was a little cub trying to find his place in the jungle. And that's the narrative Jungle Cubs sold to viewers. In this spin-off, we learn about the childhood adventures of Baloo, Bagheera, Shere Khan, and the gang. Together, they learn to be jungle animals, make friends, and solve real-life problems. The storyline was similar to the Jungle Book, but with a twist. Now, instead of the wild adventures from the first series, the show focuses on friendship, self-respect, and healthy traits. Did we love it? These lessons are valuable in real life, but they do not meet expectations for the animated series.
Come on, spit it out.
The characters were softer and less exciting, plus the animation didn't have that signature Disney magic. It was a gentle pat on the back of viewers who expected more. Fans who grew up loving the original Jungle Book found it harder to connect with this new version. Baloo, who was loved by many, lost touch with his fans. Shere Khan wasn't as scary as he used to be, the whole jungle seemed less alive, and Disney may have felt disappointed in the production and didn't promote the show heavily. The Shere aired for only 2 seasons before quietly disappearing into oblivion. When it left, little or no questions were asked. It's one of those 90s spin-offs that got lost in the crowd. Not even hardcore fans could revive it. Which other 90s spin-offs failed to capture lightning in a bottle? Here's the next one. At number 3, The Mask. If you thought the crazy antics of Jim Carrey's The Mask movie was one of a kind, wait till you get another opportunity to see it in another form. This time, it is the cartoon version. The Mask animated series took a basic idea and transformed it into something so exciting. Stanley Ipkiss discovers a magical mask that turns him into a zany, superpowered troublemaker who blends reality in unpredictable ways. He uses the mask to fight criminals, threatening his hometown of Edge City. While at it, he causes mischief with an idiotic police force, his cranky landlady, and nosy news reporters. The show retained the high energy from the movie, but sanitized the adult jokes and darker comic book vibes. This was a good idea considering it was made for kids. How about the humor? Well, it didn't get it right. The crazy transformation made things worse and more confusing. The villains and their crazy schemes remained the same. Many viewers found this annoying. Over its 3-season run, the ratings dropped. Fans who loved the original film's humor felt this was too boring. Instead of outdoing the original version, the cartoon spin-off settled for a repetitive groove with one long, noisy cartoon marathon. The spin-off is more famous for all sorts of mask-branded gear. For many, it was more about these images on a lunchbox than the show itself. Yikes, Carrie had an animation boom in the 90s, but this cartoon was not part of his success stories. Still, we give it to the Mask animated series for bringing some cartoon chaos to kids' TV. However, it could have been better. Our next failed cartoon spin-off will blow your mind. Number 2, The Plucky Duck Show. Here's another cartoon spin-off from the 90s that should have done better. The Plucky Duck Show had the potential to be great, but it was a failure. Why? This show is all about Plucky Duck, a quirky and energetic character from Tiny Toon Adventures. The show gave Plucky his spotlight with wild, silly stories full of humor and crazy antics. You would think this would earn it a #1 spot on TV, right? Big no. The show started in 1992, but was canceled after 13 episodes. Like the other spin-offs on this list, it did not attract enough viewers. Kids weren't tuning in as the network hoped. Plucky's offbeat style didn't connect like other cartoons of the time. Perhaps it was lost among all the other animated shows popping up. To make it worse, the show had low ratings. The producers had no choice but to stop the show to focus on a new project.
#1 Who?
My elevator, not your elevator. My elevator.
Luckily, this next project was a massive hit. Animaniacs. It went on to become one of Fox's and Warner Brothers' most beloved cartoons, known for its humor, wild characters, and catchy songs. The Plucky Duck ended up being a short-lived experiment that didn't take off. It is mainly described as a failure since it got canceled so quickly. Even if it didn't get its big break, it still holds a soft spot for Tiny Toon Adventures fans. That's undoubtedly something to hold on to. And at number 1, Pinky, Elmyra, and the Brain. What if Pinky and the Brain suddenly find themselves living with Elmyra? Do you remember the loud kid who loves animals way too much? That's what Pinky, Elmyra, and the Brain was about. This spin-off had characters from Animaniacs. It mashed together 2 cartoon worlds thanks to some big network bosses. Some viewers say Elmyra had no business being in the show, but the bosses wanted it so bad.
Can I wear the little milkmaid outfit?
Silly mousies. We're not gonna dress you up. We're gonna dress me up.
The plot seemed interesting too. Pinky and Brain were still plotting to dominate the world, but how could they do it from Elmyra's house? Her house was chaotic, and their every move was interrupted by her wild antics. This story was designed to keep viewers on the edge of their seats, but newsflash, it had everyone hissing. The original Pinky cleverness was missing, and Brain seemed totally lost. The dynamic and sneaky turned into noise, and viewers were not happy with it. The spin-off ran for only 13 episodes and ended with a funny episode that joked about how strange everything was. This show is seen as the low point for the beloved brand. It was a failed attempt at changing things so much and losing taste of it. This show became Spielberg's final collaborative effort with Warner Brothers. Before wrapping up, let's check out some other 90s cartoon spin-offs that should have made the list. Take the Jetsons the movie for instance. While it grossed $20 million plus at the box office, it lost 43% of its audience in the second week. Then again, Universal spent $12 million on marketing and $8 million on production. This is to say the spin-off wasn't successful. And the reason? It felt lazy compared to futuristic cartoons of the time. Let's also remember Shaggy and Scooby-Doo get a clue. The criticism was endless. Fans guessed that the creator probably disliked Scooby-Doo and the gang. Others said they were not impressed by the twist. But why do spin-offs fail so hard? Not all spin-offs are created equal. Some stray too far from the original charm, while others try to modernize a classic by forcing in new ideas, only to lose the heart of what made it great in the first place. In the end, these reboots are better left forgotten. How do you turn a beloved hit into a forgettable flop? Fans deserve better than that. These cartoon spin-offs obviously tried to ride on the backs of successful predecessors. Some should have never seen the light of day. Which ones do you remember? Did we miss anyone? Please tell us in the comments.